Okay, time to let them out.
Bare feet, blue skies, and wide open spaces.
You want to go down so we can catch a fish?
Country life suits 6-year-old Waylon Chambers.
There you go, Waylon.
Waylon is all boy. I mean, all boy. He likes to fish, hunt, loves to mudsling. Wow, you're really getting the hang of it, Waylon. He is named Waylon after the country western star Waylon Jennings. We're all Southerners, you know, Waylon and Hank Williams and George Jones, that's us. Reel it slow, hold it down. There you go. He was the biggest boy out of the 3 boys I had. He was 10 pounds, 7 ounces. When he was born, he was just beautiful. It was just one of the greatest days of my life.
A life far from the great outdoors. Imagine life in a bubble, pristine and protected. The world within reach, but untouchable, because it's potentially fatal. That's how Waylon's life began.
We had him tested for SCID, which he did test positive.
SCID is short for Severe Combine Immuno-Deficiency, also known as bubble boy disease.
It is a disease where babies are born without any functional immune system.
Leaving them defenseless against bacteria and viruses.
If not detected in time and not treated in time, this is uniformly fatal disease.
SCID shows no symptoms at birth, only revealing its true identity after exposure to infections.
The normal cold would kill them, not to mention, you know, anything like pneumonia or asthma. If a couple doesn't know anything about SCIDs, they're in a real uphill battle.
Waylon was diagnosed early because of family history, but a life was lost to spare his.
Waylon's mother had a son about 3 years before Waylon was born. She ended up losing the child to SCID because the doctors here local didn't know what it was.
Without protection, the outside world can be cruel to a baby with SCID. AALIYAH Vance is the SCID trailblazer.
Are you ready?
AALIYAH Vance was the first baby that was picked up on the newborn screening program here in the state of Florida.
Florida is one of 18 states that recently added SCID to its list of routine newborn screenings. The cost? About $5.
Good girl, Aaliyah.
If identified early, treatment could be around $100,000. If it's identified late, SCID's treatment could cost upward of $2 to $2.5 million.
Treatment that includes bone marrow transplantation.
Oh, you got crayons too?
AALIYAH received hers at All Children's Hospital Johns Hopkins Medicine, Florida's largest pediatric transplant program. The program was founded by Dr. Robert Good, who performed the first stem cell transplant in a SCID patient.
Over the last 10 years, we have continued to build on his legacy as he's the one that set up the transplant program here.
Healthy stem cells harvested from her mom will help AALIYAH produce new immune cells of her own.
It helps the ability for the care to be delivered in the right place, at the right time, at the right cost. And we pride ourselves on our partnership with the University of South Florida in combination with their research and our treatment to be able to care for these children.
Can you lean back at Grandma so I can feel your tummy?
Life for AALIYAH is still confined.
Because this is her only place that she gets to go out. So we always find them, you know, we always dress her up and bring her out here. And she's got a great personality and she's a fighter. And we've kept her from infection from day one. And she's just a blessing.
But exposure to the real world is within reach.
I would suspect that once we reach about a year after transplant, that her new immune system will develop and will function normally to allow her to lead essentially a normal life without needing to take medications and without needing to come and visit us very frequently.
A normal life most take for granted.
And I can't wait till she can have her first play date.
and be able to interact with other kids and be outside like a normal kid.
Here you go, buddy. You want to try it?
Patience is the key.
It was a long, hard road, but when you see him now, of course, every parent says their child's perfect, but to me, he's perfect. If it wasn't for Dr. Petrovic, she's my hero. I would have lost my boy.
It's a very amazing feeling when you see some of your patients that you treated as infants come and see you when they're 5 and 6 years old. And if you were to look at them, you would have had no idea that they had a deadly disease.
There you go.
It is what keeps the transplant physicians going.
Casting new light on an old disease. A life-saving process with unlimited possibilities.
I love you, buddy.